I choose you to get dunked on.
Hello, everybody. My name's Craig.
I'm Brian.
I'm Burke.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is Get Dunked On, the podcast.
The podcast, cast. I brought back our bumper from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if you guys remember that one, but it's pretty expensive.
We're pretty green, so we wanted to make sure we're reusing things. We're recycling, reduce, reuse, recycle. We're doing all that.
Yeah, of course.
I don't do that in the South. Fuck that shit.
You don't believe in recycling in the South?
Gotta be a stereotypical, man. Seriously.
We need our stereotypical Texan on this podcast.
That damn straight.
I mean,
yeehaw, motherfuckers.
I picture you saying that while having a cowboy hat on and on top of a horse, and just
I picture it too. He podcasts from a horse.
He does. He podcasts while wrangling doggies out on the range. Is that what we do?
Wrangling
on a
what?
motorcycle?
Wrangling doggies out on the range. That's what they say. I'm gonna wrangle up them doggies.
Is this what they say, Burke? You're from Texas.
And there's another Southern stereotypical bullshit. I don't know the fuck. I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about
Are you
either.
serious?
Yeah, me either.
You guys have never heard of
3-on-1, Brian. You lose this one.
You know what? This happens too often on this podcast.
Just like you're gonna lose the quiz today.
I'm
just saying.
Burned. The quiz isn't until
Burned.
later, so before we get there, would you guys want to hear a funny story about a funny man who's not from the South?
I would
Absolutely not.
I would
Yes.
love to hear this. Michelle's out. All right, Michelle's
Yeah,
out of the
Michelle's
podcast.
like,
No, I'm changing my answer.
The horse thing was too much for her. She's like, I'm out. I'm done. So this story is a true story about a guy not from the South, but from Michigan, who is, I'm going to say, works with a relative of mine. So I'm going to be very vague on this one. And he is a true, honest-to-God conspiracy nut. And
Does his name rhyme with Ryan?
No. Although that would be
Very subtle.
amazing. In this case, no. This person is a true, honest guy conspiracy nut, and I've never met a conspiracy nut in my life. I've always seen them on TV or heard about them or whatever. But honest to God, they're a whole other thing in person. Because the whole everything's Illuminati, this and that. This dude is living it. Right? He is living it. So to give you an example, some of the things that he truly believes, honestly. First off, underneath Walmart, they're digging tunnels. Did you know that?
Yes. I've explored them.
Okay. Well, they're digging tunnels, but you might not know the sinister reason why they're doing that. You know what those tunnels lead to?
So they need a sinister Okay. I'm sorry.
No.
This is just adding.
Yeah, this is true. This is what he believes. Oh, so they're underground tunnels underneath Walmarts all over the country because they are going to be, in a short amount of time, rounding up all the people who are out speaking out against the government and put them in special concentration camps underneath Walmarts in these tunnels all across the country.
Wow.
He believes this.
I honestly thought you were going to go anyone who shops at Target. That's where I was going.
No, he truly
corporate conspiracies.
Oh no! It's I'm sorry. Are you a Target fan? I don't think so. No, but the point is that this guy, honestly, God, truly believes that the government is not only monitoring everyone, but they're keeping track of it. And then when the time comes in the very, very, very near future, they're all going to be rounded up and put into these camps underneath Walmarts.
Okay.
Nice.
Is the headquarters in
Bentonville, Arkansas?
Yeah.
No, although I have lived in Bentonville, so apparently I might be in on the conspiracy. So who knows?
You probably are.
Who
Probably
knows?
are.
But the point is that I've never met a guy like this before in my life. It's absolutely out of this world phenomenal that I finally did. But I want to see if you guys had ever met somebody who is a true conspiracy nut or have had experiences like this.
The closest thing I have is one of my family members that's not by blood, and it's their family, if that makes sense.
I like how you really made sure to specify that part.
Well, I mean, it's they married into the family, and it's their extended family that's like this.
Gotcha.
Distance yourself. Smart.
I am. They're the ones that are they are stockpiling guns and ammo for when the government tries to take over, so that they can defend themselves. And it's not like just like, oh, we're gonna have a couple handguns and whatever. Even a couple like rifles or anything like that. It's like they have a military long like shed just stocked full of guns and ammo crates, to the point where I'm pretty sure if someone went there, they'd be like, we have to shut this down right about now.
So wait, they're technically right. The government will be after them.
Yes, pretty much. The government will be after them for sure if the government ever figures out about it.
Right now, you just outed them, and because the government monitors, they look at all the podcasts and they're like, "Get dunked on." More like get monitored. We got you. We got you. Craig's relative. That's not really my blood. We got you.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me a bit.
What about
Do what they want.
What about you, Burke or Michelle? Do you guys have anything like that? Any interesting characters?
No, not really. I mean, like, I have a few friends who love watching the TV shows, and I love watching them with them, and them, saying, "Dude, wouldn't that be crazy?" But no one who actually believes it. So no.
Michelle?
I don't think so. I've been trying to remember, and I don't think I've had that situation.
See, I had never had it before, like this past week. So it's just one of those things that just. Yeah, that was something else. I really had never experienced anything like that. And when he said the person said the line of this is true, says the line of like, oh yeah, well, that's pretty crazy. And he's like, yeah, and no one no one can see through it. And I just was waiting for that moment where he's like, no one can see through it. It's like, wake up, sheeple. I was waiting for that.
There it is.
Wake up.
And it was like the moment where it's like, I'm the only one who could see what's really happening. I'm just like, oh God, I could never convince this guy otherwise. I'm just going to nod. I'm just going to go, really? I have to go now.
Brian knows my absolute love for the things, and when people are on social media, Facebook mainly. I don't see it on Twitter because I think I prune enough people on Twitter, but Facebook, you just can't get rid of some of these people no matter what you do. It's just the always like wake up, and I'm like, oh no, here we go. Here's gonna be something fun again. Or all right, sheeple. I'm like, oh God, it's coming.
Like the post that I've been seeing all this. Wake up, people! Pokemon Go is destroying this world.
Oh my Lord.
Like seriously, like I've seen so many of those posts this week, and of course, guess what our topic is today?
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon
Conspiracies?
Go.
We're here to tell you about conspiracies.
Wake up, sheeple. This is Get Dunked On.
The Conspiracy Podcast.
Pokemon Go.
The first few episodes were just to get you hooked, but now that we got you here, here's what we're going to do. We're going to meet in Nevada. We're going to climb up to the top of a... Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Burke. I kind of want to know, have you been seriously seeing things saying that Pokemon Go is going to be the bane of our world?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
I've heard a few.
Oh,
but
please tell me
like
these.
that's
I
like
haven't
a
seen
bane.
this
Wow.
because I have a Facebook again, technically, but I check it like once a weekish, something along those lines. I just kind of pop in, get disgusted, and then delete the app again. That's roughly how my experience goes. So I want to hear this because I don't see this on Twitter. On Twitter, it's constantly like, "Oh, dude, I got a picture of my Alakazam I just caught. Look at this," and everybody's like, "Yeah, that's badass."
Yeah, positivity is around for sure, and that's definitely what the bulk of it is, I feel. But the negativity is also with it. My YouTube feed, it's like 90% like, hey, check out this cool fun fact about Pokemon Go. And then the other one is like, Pokemon Go is really the devil. And just how it's ruining people's lives and like, people threaten over Pokemon Go and that kind of thing. So
people are walking on my lawn and I have to talk to them.
There's a video, I don't remember who it's by, but it's basically a relatively popular gamer kid, kind of thing. Like he's got a gaming channel, is decently popular, and he basically went on like a 20-minute tirade about how it's so stupid, Pokemon Go. It's like people are going outside and interacting. That's not what gaming's about. Gaming is about sitting alone and being alone and not involving other people. And if you have to interact with other humans, you're wasting your time. That's not games. And I was like, oh God, you're not good at social.
And he's a streamer / YouTuber, and he put stuff out for social reasons.
Yep.
What?
That's interesting. I had a guy last night.
Okay.
Does he ignore all his viewers?
Yep.
Comments disabled, likes and dislikes disabled.
Wow.
I had a guy last night. I was walking outside from my dad's birthday dinner, and we walked outside, and just as I got outside, a Meowth popped up on my screen, and I don't have a Meowth, and I've been looking for a flipping Meowth forever. I've been wanting to get one, and it popped up, and I freaked out. I was like, there's a Meowth. It's right here. It's right here, right here. And I'm telling Sarah, I'm like, Sarah, get your phone out. Sarah, get your phone out. And as soon as I did that, I tried to tap on it, and my screen wasn't working really well. Sometimes I have to lock my screen and then unlock it, and then it will work again. And I tap it, nothing, lock, unlock, try to tap it again, and he just disappeared right then. I was like, damn it, I just lost a Meowth, and some kids were coming out. I would say they were somewhere between 16 and 18, maybe 19, 20, but I doubt the older scale. And somebody was like, hey, dude, you just missed a Meowth. And I didn't know he was talking to somebody else. I thought he was talking to me, like, oh, did you see a Meowth? That's kind of what I heard. I just heard the word Meowth, and it was in a disappointed tone. So I thought he was empathizing with me, like, oh shit, you just missed a Meowth. And I was like, yeah, I know, dude, he just disappeared. And he looked at me like I was the stupidest person. He goes, dude, I would never download and play that game ever. I looked at him like, what do you
He took the time to turn and deliver a quick burn on his walk past you.
Yeah, he like looked at me and said it, and I gave him like it was just like an incredulous look, like, why even talk to me? What's the point? What was this? What did this accomplish? I was just like, okay. And then he was like, yeah, well, these guys just go crazy over Pokemon. I was like, it's a fine game, dude. And he kind of just went on his way. So it wasn't a crazy interaction,
cool for school,
but
dude. He was
very
cool.
He was very too cool for school. But that's like my only negative thing I've had on Pokemon Go so far.
I feel like it's been overwhelmingly positive. I mean, truth be told, I would love, if you guys don't mind, since we're going to be talking about it and going to be going into it quite a bit, would you guys want to go around and kind of share some stories about how your week's been, or weeks with Pokemon Go has been so far?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Michelle, I want to hear from you first, though, because I've been following your Twitter, and you had some adventures even just today, and I'd love to hear about them in person.
Oh yeah, today's adventure was great because the game quit working halfway into it.
What? The servers have been perfect. How dare you?
Oh my goodness.
How dare you?
Yeah. For a game that's so popular, it's amazing how many issues there are.
Oh my God.
And people still love the game.
The company didn't think it would be popular, which I don't understand them. But
yeah.
I have it running while I'm at work a lot, so that's just so I can hatch eggs while I'm walking around, and then when I'm on break, like, I'll see what appears, because a decent amount of Pokemon do appear at work. And then today I went to a park, and this park has a half-mile track that goes around it, and there's a bunch of benches every few feet, and all the benches are like dedicated to people, so every single one of those got turned into a Pokestop.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
No, it's amazing. Like,
Target
it's the
rich
best place
environment.
ever.
Awesome.
I mean, I got flooded with like Pidgey and Rattata, so I didn't get great Pokemon out of it. But
It's XP.
Got a ton of Stardust and XP, yeah.
yeah, and people are just constantly placing lures, so I didn't have to use any. Like, it's awesome, and I got, fully stocked on all the supplies again. And we were not the only ones by any means. I mean, there was probably at least 50 people, lapping that track, just catching Pokemon. Families, kids, adults. I mean, I saw ages 3 to probably 60 playing.
That's awesome.
What would you say the average age was? If you had to take the kids versus adults and kind of tally them up, what would your average age be?
Oh, 22 to 28.
Nice.
I like
and
it.
I mean, going back to the negativity thing just for a moment, that's the negativity that I've been receiving, is a lot of parents bringing their kids into my work, and like the kids are playing and the parents are just rolling their eyes and like, you know, groaning and stuff. And, you know, they're like, oh, it's a game meant for children. And then when they realize like almost everyone at work is playing it, they're just kind of like, you know, you guys are a bunch of adults. And I'm like, so this game where your child's supposed to go exploring into new territories, that's totally kid safe? Like, I don't understand where the notion that it's a child's game came from.
Like, you're yeah, because you're saying like they're thinking of it meant for like I want to say a small child.
They're
like
saying it's
when he's like
Pokemon,
10.
so you should play it if you're like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, let's just send a 9-year-old running around across the country to collect Pokemon.
Well, I don't think a 9-year-old even has phones nowadays, do they? Do kids that young have
Oh,
phones?
absolutely.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
Yes.
and from what I've noticed, whatever it is, because I'm in a decently well-off area, it seems like it's usually the parents, when they have their old phones, they deactivate them and then they basically hand off the phone as it's like a...
Oh, in this area, it's like, if you know how to read, you have a phone.
Wow.
That has service.
Yeah, like I know my sister's old phone. She gave to the kids, my niece and nephew. She gave to them, but it's deactivated and it's basically a glorified iPod that would have the ability to get signal, but that's about it.
Well, I am glad to hear though that you were in a very I'm gonna call it full area for the Pokestops though, Michelle, because not all of us unfortunately are having that kind of time with that.
I tried to start the game in Michigan and it was a black hole.
Dude, I'm so
It's
excited.
true.
So, you know, Houston's not too bad. You know, where I'm in the suburbs, so there's a few Pokestops around here. Like there's like an 8th-mile track in my neighborhood, and on one side of it there's a Pokestop. So every lap, because it's so small, I catch a Pokemon, and especially if there's a lure going. So it's awesome. I absolutely love it. But then going downtown is amazing. And so I'm going to New York this weekend, New York City. I'm going to be in Pokemon heaven. My wife's going to kill me, I think. Just because she's like, you're stupid, you're a child, and you're playing this. I'm like, I don't care.
How many battery packs are you bringing with you?
Oh crap! I need to charge them. Speaking of, thank you for reminding me.
Speaking of, a Weedle just popped up. Hold on, I'm gonna catch it.
Dude, I can't even get on. The servers are down here.
I still can't get on either.
It's ridiculous. But anyways, so I'm looking forward to it, and so I don't know if I've mentioned this before on any of our other podcasts, but I know jack shit about Pokemon and probably know the least about it, of any of these guys, but I'm addicted to this game so much that I'm playing it on 2 devices and 2 accounts.
Are
you go.
you serious?
No, I'm
Nailed it.
serious. Yeah, I have a level 8 guy started earlier this week and a level 12 guy.
That's really sad considering that that I'm only like a level 9 and I only have one.
Well,
account.
you were working on your living decks for a little bit of that time though, so it's not like you were dedicated. And you do live more in the boonies than I can't speak for Michelle, but more in the boonies from what I know than
way more.
Yeah, than all of us could possibly get to. So
I'm basically in a suburb of Philly.
okay, yeah. So she's fine. I'm fine. That is the one thing though. It's like even though I'm in a decently a decent area for traffic and whatnot, and there's a lot of stuff around here, there's not a lot of stops. It's I have to go probably a good half mile in between a lot of the stops, and I know that's probably not bad for you at all, Brian. Or like that would be good if it was that, but comparatively to what you see when all of our friends, they're working downtown or they're somewhere and they're taking a screenshot and it's just like stops for days. Like all you can see is stops, and there's 17 of them within one spot. You can sit in one spot and get like 17 stops and all this stuff. It's a little disheartening. I'm like, yep, if I want to go anywhere, I have to drive 3 miles just to get there, and then I'm on a island, so I'd have to walk 3 miles, then 3 miles back to get to like one stop, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, being on the East Coast here, stuff here tends to be older than Michigan or other states because this area of the country got settled way earlier, and so like a lot of the stops that are around here are historical markers. So is it just that like you guys don't have as many of those, you think?
for the Michigan side of things, I'll tell you there's literally nothing of historical relevance in any shape or form near where I live.
So what are Pokestops for you, though?
So I'll tell you, if I want to get to a Pokestop, churches are the only guarantee. Beyond that, which like in walking distance sort of thing, I only have one that I can get to, and graveyards are the other one. And then beyond that, I kid you not, it was like the downtown public library, and that's it.
Because here
nothing.
It's like historical markers, memorial markers, churches, graveyards, cool statues, graffiti. There's a few Pokestops around me that are literally just graffiti people took pictures of. Like,
oh my God, I almost forgot. This is like the really, really big one. Okay, here you go. Are you ready for this, guys? I know this is bigger than New York. This is bigger than anything.
Okay.
We have, I kid you not, a Pokestop at some guy's lawn ornament that's a lighthouse.
Nice.
I kid you not. It's a small little lighthouse in this guy's yard that is just a guy's yard. It's nothing. And you drive past it and it's like, whoa, this is a big enough deal. Let's put a stop here, boys. And I'm like, this is the only stop within 5 miles.
Wow, that's awesome.
There's a lot of the historical sites around here, but that's more in downtown Nashville or getting closer to downtown Nashville. There's like a whole thing like, the Battle of Nashville. That's probably one of the ones where it's kind of like what you have, Michelle, where you're talking about the half-mile loop. And there's so many in that little area. Eventually, I want to get up there and just do it because I think it'd be fun to go through and walk it and get all that stuff. But other than that, it's a fountain outside of a Mexican restaurant. Is a Pokestop.
Nice.
A sign that says "Welcome to Franklin," which is the city I'm right next to. It's that sign. It's like, here it is. And then the other one's a restaurant. It's a Buca de Beppo restaurant. So,
I'm sorry. Wait. What?
Buca de Beppo.
It's Italian.
They're not in Michigan. They're all over down here.
It's
Say it again.
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo.
You're making that up.
I am not making that up.
You are
BUCA. I don't know.
like
DEBUPPO.
Yeah,
this is
like
honestly, I really feel like you're pulling my leg because that sounds so suspiciously like the Family Guy thing where Peter's trying to talk Italian. He goes "beat up a boopy," and he keeps saying "beat up a boopy" over and over and over again.
No,
like
it's Buca de
that's
Beppo.
funny.
I sent a link if you want to click it real quick.
I'm okay. I'll do that on my end because I gotta investigate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so here in Houston, because it's so big and sprawled, it depends. Like all the churches, because I'm in the suburbs, all the churches are Pokestops, and the one like that I can see from my front door, but I can't walk to because there's 2 drainage ditches in the way. There's like 3 Pokestops and 2 gyms right like within half a mile of me. And then of course the park in my neighborhood has one. So a lot of the parks around here, and we have lots of green spaces. So every one of those has at least 2 or 3 minimum. And then downtown, it's literally probably every corner. A building has something, has some statue, has some interesting lobby, and and some historical marker about something. So that's kind of
I'm super excited to go to like Old City Philly for the same reason, like because that's going to be full of that.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to go to Grand or probably anywhere in New York. Let's be honest, but Central Park. I'm going to have some fun.
Yeah, I saw videos of that.
I'm going to have some fun.
Like, literally stampedes because of rare Pokemon.
Yeah.
There's rare Pokemon there?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There
Like
was.
which ones? Like Electabuzz? Because I would love. I would kill for
I
an
didn't hear
Electabuzz.
which one it was. I just literally saw a video of people stampeding for it.
Oh my god!
Like not a kind of stampede where anyone got hurt. It was just a ton of people like running.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, the game's done well enough to where I got my wife involved, and now she's like, hey, let's go stop at this stop real quick and collect let's do an item run, and we'll collect items real quick.
So has that been your experience, Craig? Was like you're not only playing it, but your wife is, and so like what's it kind of like for you on your end?
For that portion, in terms of me and my wife, it's kind of fun. It gives us something to kind of go off and do. There, like I said, there's the one Mexican restaurant that has a stop, so we've been there a couple more times than we probably usually are because we get to just sit there and spin the items over and over again. It like in the stop is good. It's good enough to where you can get if you're on the right side of a Sonic, on the correct side of a Sonic, or if you're in that Mexican restaurant, you can hit it. So we've done that a couple times. But it's fun. It's kind of fun seeing her. She's starting to learn the names of the Pokemon and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to try and take it any further, like try and get her to play any of the games, because that's a whole nother ball game besides just flicking a Pokeball at some Pokemon randomly and stuff like that. So
have you been walking more?
Yeah, we've went on a couple more walks. Not a crazy amount, truthfully. She doesn't get home from work. You know, she puts in like 10 and 11 hour days. And so when she gets home, it's like, yeah, I don't really care. And then when I'm sitting here sitting at home during the day, I don't really go off and walk off just to go pick up Pokemon. And by the time work's done, and it's hot in the middle of the day here. By the time the work day's done, I'm kind of cashed out mentally, and I don't want to go and walk around. I know that seems backwards to you, Brian, because that's like a stress relief. But if you remember, working out and that kind of stuff is kind of like a stress inducing thing for me. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to relax. I want to do a speed run. I want to do this, something like that, something to kind of take my mind off things. So, but I mean, it's been fun. It's definitely been fun playing it. I've really enjoyed it, and just knowing kind of all the Pokemon, since it's just the original 150, has really helped. Where I'm not like, oh, I'm catching this. I don't really care about this anymore. That's helped.
See, and the weird thing is that I also have liked that part of it for sure, but I have all the time in the world to go hunt these Pokemon. But the problem is that, as I mentioned, or as you guys were mentioning, I'm in the boonies. So this has been my experience. This is true. Okay, if I want to catch a Pokemon, okay, if I want to see a Pokemon, I have to walk a quarter of a mile. And I can consistently catch Pidgey at that one location at quarter of a mile from me. If I go a mile and a quarter, mile and a half, I can get to my one Pokestop. All right. So what I do is I have a loop that I run. It's a 6-mile loop, and on that loop, I pass by 2 Pokestops and a ton of Pidgeys and Rattatas. So that is that. Oh, and Venonats. Those are the other thing that I catch. So I do my loop and I run my 6 miles, and I can hatch eggs all day. So every time I get an egg, it's the best thing in the world, because it's like the only thing I can get consistently. So I'm getting 2 Pokestops. So I'm always running out of Pokeballs. It has been a nightmare on that respect. But I will say it has caused some kind of funny adventures for me. So this is a podcast. It's time for stories. So I'm going to tell you the story of Brian versus the Victory Bell. Okay. So I'm picturing the song of Marshall versus the Machine playing from How I Met Your Mother as I tell this story, just so you guys know. So I go on my run, and I look at my phone, and it says, "Hey, there's a Victory Bell near you." And I said, "Oh my God, Victory Bell, really? I don't even have a Bellsprout at this point." I'm like, I'm freaking out. So I go, okay, I'm going to find this thing, and I'm going to do my loop, right? So I start to leave, and the dots start getting like a little bit, like they're at 3. It's at 3 the whole time, right? So I'm walking, there's at 3, it's at 3. And I normally would go right at this like kind of Y in the path, because the left way is a dead end. But I'm like, no, I'm going to go down the dead end just to make sure. And I did. I went down, I turned around and came back, and I kept going on my run. On my loop, I get about to the 2-mile marker, and then there's a subdivision, right? And this Victory Bell still says, "Hey, I'm only 3 steps away. I'm still there. I'm still the closest guy to you, Brian. You should come get me." And I said, "Okay, Victory Bell, I'm going to run down this sub," because the subdivision, the way it works is that where I'm living, it's around a lake, and it basically juts in toward where I'm at. So I'm like, oh, maybe that's where he's hiding. So I go 2 miles out of my way down this other subdivision, running the whole time, of course, looking for this Victory Bell. No luck. But the Victory Bell says, "Hey, I'm still here, Brian. Don't worry. You can catch me." So I keep going around the entire lake, because it's got to be somewhere around the lake. By the time it was all said and done, I went close to 9 miles. Okay, I kid you not, 9 miles, and
Nice.
I'm like, I'm dying. I normally run 6, and I ran 9. I'm ready to puke. My stomach hurts so bad. I'm about to black out, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Virgo grass poison type. This is not worth it. But at the same time, I'm like, I will get this thing. It's Brian versus the victory bell, remember? And the music kicks in. And then so I kept going and going and going. Anyway, long and short of it is, I made it the whole way around. I went in every nook and cranny, went 9 miles, still didn't catch a damn victory bell. But it was fun, and I really, really liked the game. I don't know.
So, just a quick life lesson for you before we jump into the quiz, in case you haven't found out. The 3-step glean is a glitch.
Yeah.
It's broken.
What?
We found out the 3-step part. It can be true, but it also can be completely false.
It's not true. That's impossible.
It's broken.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's kind of broken.
Yeah.
I hate Pokemon Go. It's the devil. I'm going to protest when everybody says it's bad.
That victory bell may have been there at the very beginning, but it more than likely disappeared at some point, and the game just doesn't take it away.
I feel so cheated. I'm in great shape, but damn.
Brian, the more you know.
So speaking of how much Brian knows, do we think he knows enough
Or doesn't.
or doesn't know enough to for my quiz?
I don't know, Brian. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think when it comes to Pokemon trivia and information, you can just call me Professor Oak.
I'm obviously from earlier in the podcast. I don't know shit about Pokemon. So it was
So we put him in charge of writing the quiz.
just like we did for Brian with Harry Potter. But unlike Brian, I did research and talked to people who actually know shit about Pokemon, and I said, "Are these legitimate questions?" And no, okay.
Nice.
Anyways.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot. And actually, there is a question in honor of Brian's Harry Potter quiz later in. Okay. So anyways, fairly straightforward. I have true and false. I have some list questions. Maybe we'll just go into bonus, but basically 1 point each. And then I have some, just straight up questions where you have to answer. So we'll make Brian go last each round, I think.
Okay.
Just because so no one can use Brian's answer. And I got 20 questions and we can start. And some of the true and false questions do have bonus questions or follow-up questions if you get the answer right. Fair enough?
Fair.
Let's do this.
Got it.
All right, so question number 1. True or false, the move Splash is a mistranslation from Japanese? Craig?
I'm going to go with false.
Shell?
True.
Brian?
True. It's like hop or flail or something like that.
All right, Michelle, what's it mean? Or do you know?
I don't.
Okay, Brian technically gets 2 points because that was my second question. What's the actual word? And it's hop.
There it is.
So it is true. So, all right, Craig gets 0 points. Okay, true or false? When Paris evolves into Parasect, the parasitic mushroom on its back takes over as the host.
True.
False.
Brian?
True.
All right, it is true.
That's why his eyes go white.
Yeah, I left that part out of of the question. I was like, that'll make it too obvious. Man.
Yes, I knew his eyes went white. I wasn't guessing on 50-50.
Again, it's probably a good thing I made Brian go last, so we actually have opportunities for people to guess.
That's why I'm going first, because I know I'm the one that knows the least about this.
All right. Maybe you should go after Michelle. All right, true or false? And I'm sorry, guys, if I completely screw up these Pokemon names, because, this is the first time I've ever heard of them. True or false? Magneton is 3 times as heavy as Magmites, since it is 3 Magmites combined.
I'll go with true.
False.
False.
All right, and so the answer is false. And here's a bonus question for you. How much does it actually weigh? The Magneton thing.
Like the actual number of pounds?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. The Magnemites weigh 13.2 pounds, according to wherever I read this.
I'm guessing 29.
Okay.
I'm going to guess 13.5.
Technically 10 times as heavy at 132 pounds.
Okay.
So,
Holy
Wow,
shit.
Holy crap!
Wow.
How the heck did I get that big?
I don't
was
know.
assuming that it weighed less.
Yeah. See, I was expecting it to be like one of those deals where they go, "Oh, it's like 0.01 a pound," or for
Well, I was thinking, you know how Magnemite has the magnets on both sides, but when it's magnets on, it doesn't. So I was like, oh, it weighs less than 3 of them because it's missing those parts.
The picture I saw, it did have each one of it doesn't have them on opposite sides, but it has them kind of at like 45-degree angles or 90-degree angles.
Right. There's 3 of them instead of like, but she's saying there's not 6 of them. There's I know
I
what you're
thought there
saying,
were
Michelle.
6 of them. Are we sure about that?
I thought that.
But I'm so bad with the Pokemon weight thing because like I know in the game they
there's 6 of them.
have like these crazy weights, but then like those same weights don't apply in the anime at all. So it's
no, sizing especially is always like messed up too.
No, there. And at least when I googled Magneton, there are 6 little.
Oh yeah, you're right. There are
Magnets.
6.
Yeah.
You're right. There's 6.
Okay. All right. I didn't put a sum in at the end of this. Okay. What is the only Pokemon that can de-evolve? Hey, Craig, you probably don't even know.
I have no idea. I was trying to think of just anything that I could go into it. You know what? I'm gonna go trick question. Ditto.
Okay.
This is
This is tough.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
De-evolve?
That's yes.
De-evolve.
All right. Time's up. Let's go.
Okay, Michelle, let's go ahead and then I'll just throw something out there.
Cast form.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Shaman.
You got the first letter right. It's Slowbro.
Slowbro?
Yeah, it says this is literally what this site said. It says is the only Pokemon that can de-evolve. Its Pokédex entry says that if its Shelder on its tail is removed, it will revert back to a Slowpoke.
That actually makes sense.
Well, yeah, it makes sense in terms of like, I guess in the lore, but in the games, it would never happen. But that makes sense though, like as far as like a dex entry though.
I have no idea what I just read.
Basically, it evolves from one Pokemon biting its tail, and that's how the evolution is formed. So that's just saying if that other Pokemon let go.
Okay, fair enough. All right. So, all right, question number 5. What were the first 2 legendary Pokemon to have set genders in the game?
Dear Lord, I hate you.
Most of them are.
I actually think I know that.
Half of them are true and false, Craig.
Let's go with God. I don't even know legendaries outside of the original 150. Let's go with Dialga because that's one I know. And what's another legendary that I know? Hoopa. That's the other one I can think of right off the top of my head.
All right.
Latios and Latias is my guess.
Okay.
I agree with her.
Both of y'all are correct.
Nope. He didn't say quick enough. He agreed with me. He gets no points.
That's awfully rude.
Brian gets 0 points.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
Is that 2 points or 1 point?
That's 1 point. It's just 1 point. I'll give it to you, Brian.
Thank you. I was going to say, I was like, wait a minute.
All right, guys, who's ready for question number 6?
I might be.
True or false? There have never been any bug-type Pokemon that can learn to fly or surf.
Ooh.
Is this a 2-part question? They have to be able to learn to fly as well as surf? Or you're saying there's no bug type that can learn to fly or there's no bug type that can learn to surf?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to go false because that's a compound thing, and I feel like one of them has to learn one of them.
Okay.
I am also going with false.
I've been... Ooh... Well, Craig said that, and I was racking my brain going through every bug type I can think of, and going down the line. The only one that I know that learn the only ones that I know that learn water type moves are ones like Surskit or Armaldo, but they learn like Water Gun and Aqua Jet. I'd never heard of them use Surf before. So I'm going to say that they can't learn that. No, that I'm not sure if that was true or false. But whatever the one is, that none of them can learn it.
All right. Brian is the only one who got that one right.
Yeah,
That was a true one.
Well, the thing is that bug types are meant to be the weakest type, and I was running through every bug flying type because they give you those early on in the game, and they don't give you any access to fly.
I thought Scyther could fly for some reason.
So did I. I thought Scyther could fly too.
No,
That's
he's
why I answered
aerial,
that way.
ace, and wing attack, but he does not get fly. I'm not reading this. This is just
knowledge off of Brian's head.
No, and the thing is,
Impressive.
I trust you implicitly that, you do not have that knowledge
I believe
of
you.
all
I'm
these
just
things.
saying I really thought he could fly.
No, and I just absolutely love Scyther and his. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Caesar is for cosmetically the best mega in the game for me. I think he's just absolutely amazing.
Question number 7. What two? I wrote times of Pokemon. What two types of Pokemon have the most weaknesses?
Grass and ice.
Flying and psychic.
All right, Brian.
That would be grass and rock.
Ooh, Brian is correct.
Yeah, baby!
All right, so I gave Craig half a point for that one because he got half of it right. All right, and now bonus question. Ding 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 ding. ding. What are the weaknesses?
Okay.
All you, Brian. I'm bowing out. And you're not allowed to look at your phone, Brian.
I won't. I promise.
All right, grass type weaknesses.
Grass type weaknesses: fire, flying, poison. They're weak to bug. Flying, fire, poison, bug. Am I missing? I said fire, right? If I didn't say fire, I guess I'll say it now. And then other than that, I think that's all. Oh, ice is the other one for grass. Sorry, there it is. I knew there was one more. Then for rock, it is water, grass, ground, fighting, steel, and that's it. Yeah.
All right, Brian. My goodness. Brian gets 3 points for that one.
Yay! We're in Brian's arena.
Wow.
And the reason I made sure to say he couldn't look at his phone is not that he would look at the front of his phone. It's that he would look at the back of his phone. I got him a phone case that has a type chart of who's weak to what.
That's true. He did.
On the back of his phone, so he'd be able to have it anywhere he went.
I've had it for how many years now? Like 2 years? Seriously?
2 years now? Yeah.
2 years. I've had that as my phone case, and it is my favorite. And I have studied that thing over and over and over again, thanks to Craig.
My 8-bit Sprite might be on there too.
It is. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. Do those weaknesses and shit apply in Pokemon Go?
Yes, actually they do.
Okay. All right, cool.
Or when you do those gym battles. So keep that in mind,
I've
folks.
Yeah, they do matter for gym battles.
Okay, good to know. Oh, all right. Question number 8. What ability increases accuracy?
I'm gonna go with Compound Eyes.
I don't have a clue.
It's Compound Eyes. He's right for increasing accuracy.
Isn't there one more though?
No, well, technically, if you want to increase
Chance of crit, it's Sniper or Keen Eye prevents you from losing accuracy from those types of moves.
What's the one that hits no matter what?
Hits no matter what is No Guard.
No Guard. Okay.
So maybe something has been redone since this website I was on
okay
was made, but there's actually no Pokemon, or there's no ability that increases accuracy. It was a trick question.
Compound Eyes does.
All right, shall we have to Google this?
Go ahead.
Pokemon
Compound Eyes. Formatted as Compound Eyes prior to X and Y is the ability introduced in Generation 3. None Pokemon have the ability, and it's all
I guess it does.
bug types. Compound Eyes raises accuracy by 30% of the move's original accuracy in battles, and then it goes on to get more. So
I've got the Wikipedia up, and I see that now.
The other one I was thinking about was No Guard, which literally makes you hit every single thing that you basically throw at somebody. So that kind of improves accuracy.
So I guess this quiz was made before that, or this whatever fact site I was on. Okay, interesting. Good to know. True or false? And here's another question. I have no idea what I am reading. There are only 3 rods you can use in Pokemon.
I would say true.
True.
I also will say true.
And bonus question, what are they?
Old.
I'll try.
Old.
Oh, okay. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, sorry. Well, I think we all know this one. I think. Go ahead, Craig.
I was gonna go with I was gonna go with I think it was the old rod, fishing rod, and the like great rod or something like that.
There's old rod, good rod, and super rod.
Super rod. Yep. That's old, good, super.
Yes. The latter two are correct. Sorry, Craig. You get 1.33 for that one. 3. Repeating.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
3.
Craig has 333,333.
Yes. Okay.
0.3.
And here is. Oh, this was kind of a vague question, but I wonder if you'll see where I'm going. What Pokemon is basically infinitely unique? Infinitely unique? Can't speak English.
I would go Ditto.
Well, no, I'm just a little confused as to the question. You said infinitely unique.
Yes.
I think this is one of those opinion questions where you argue your case. Maybe?
Or is there an actual answer?
There's an actual answer. I mean, technically, it's like over 4 million combinations, but still. Basically, in how the character looks, I think.
Oh, I know the answer then. It's
You can change if you know now, Craig, with more information, or do you?
I'll go with Arceus.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is now.
it's
Yeah.
Spinda, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm getting the name wrong, but it's a bear that has like different markings.
Brian?
She's right. It is Spinda.
So confident. So confident and
it's
so
true.
right.
As soon as you said that, like the cosmetically, I was like, I know it, and then she goes, oh, I know it. I'm like, she's gonna get points too.
That is, I think there was like over 4,700,000 combinations.
I don't get it because I don't know who this bear is. Can someone explain it to me?
Gen 3?
Yeah, Spinda is the most unfortunate one of what I call or what I consider the most unfortunate Pokemon to exist. Like I feel bad for that poor little bear, but he has that, as Burke said, the unique thing where his spots on his body are different every time you run into him. Basically,
Yeah.
There's like what Burke was saying, there's over 4 million different designs for his markings on his skin.
In the games. Yeah.
So is it just RNG basically on what dots are filled in?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I feel better now.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. True or false? Giovanni is the only underworld criminal boss not to endanger a legendary Pokemon.
False.
False.
you're saying that he's the only one to endanger a legendary Pokemon?
Not to danger.
Not to endanger a legendary Pokemon. I guess I
I know exactly what Brian's debate is.
yeah.
I do too.
I don't.
You know what? They all went false. I'll follow the herd because like I think I'm overthinking it. So
It's actually true. According.
Bullshit.
Okay.
yeah, that's not that can't be right as far as like to endanger a legendary Pokemon. There,
If he's going strictly by games, I think he's correct, but based on the whole universe, that would be wrong.
yeah.
In the game, he never goes after a legendary.
Also, technically, if you're, when you say the only boss after Giovanni leaves in the second Pokemon game, I consider the new heads of Team Rocket the new bosses. You know what I mean? Like then they didn't technically go after anybody; they just took over the radio station. So I don't know. We're splitting hairs. We all got it wrong. I think we're gonna move on.
Well, I have the source pasted into the chat for once we're closer to the end of this quiz.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can
So,
give it
yes.
to us afterward.
Yeah. We're not. I don't disagree with like what you're saying though, Burke. Like
And
that
I-
makes
no,
sense enough.
Yeah, and we can go back and refute it if we want. I don't care. I don't know
It's like,
shit.
this isn't like the thing where after class you go see the teacher and you're like, no. Look, I think that this is how it went down.
Yeah, and you get negative points now. Thank you very much.
Oh my god!
All right. Fighting has never been paired with what type?
I know the answer.
Of course you do. Your name's Brian.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is one I actually can tell you right away.
I'm gonna go with normal.
Okay.
Fairy?
Say fairy.
Yes, I said fairy.
Okay. Brian?
Electric.
Survey says line.
No,
Isn't
Halucha.
Halucha, yeah.
Well, fuck this shit.
Yeah, I definitely have that Pokemon in my team that destroyed Brian.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's.
She's not wrong, but still.
All right, I'll have to find source on that one.
Because there's no fighting electric type. I know
Is
that.
it Electabuzz technically?
No, he's pure electric.
So this is
Okay.
it's the same fucking website, so it might be outdated. How about that? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know when this quiz is. Okay.
No
Anyways,
worries.
We'll move on.
we will strike this question from the record.
We all get
Everyone
points for
got
that one.
Everyone gets zeros anyway. I don't care. It doesn't change
Is
the
there a
score.
fighting Brian? Is there a fighting fairy?
A fighting fairy?
Yeah, like
Let me think here. No, not that I can think of. No, because he's fighting psychic. No, there is not. But there is a fairies being paired with a lot of stuff in the new games. But that's not. No, there's not. Short answer.
okay.
Right. All right. Question number 13. When the show originally was being planned, what was the Pokemon Ash was going to be given?
God, I feel like I should know this. Was it? I think I'm wrong on this one because I think doesn't Gary get the Eevee, but I'll say Eevee.
Okay, Michelle.
Eevee was also my thought, even though I think that's wrong, but that was what popped into my head. So
It's Clefairy.
He's always so confident and he's always so right. Unless I get the question wrong.
No, it was Clefairy, man. Like I just knew that one because like there was an actual run of the comic where like Red started with a Clefairy and it was a very mischievous and what have you, and basically it was like the Deus it just could hit metronome whenever it wanted, and it was like I'm now using the perfect move. It's just anyway.
All right, fair enough. Question number 14. What is the first generation 4 Pokemon that can be caught and used in battle in a generation before it was introduced properly?
Now that's a question. Holy crap.
it's a generation 4 Pokemon?
What is the first generation 4 Pokemon that can be caught and used in battle in a generation before it was introduced properly?
Holy crap.
Semi-poor.
It's the most fucking random.
That's Gen 5.
Shut up.
Oh my god, I'm not going to be any better though because I mix up the generation.
Brian. I love Brian. Now that's a fucking question.
It is though, dude. Like that's a good question. Man, oh man. I think I honestly I have a guess, and it is literally a guess. If
Okay.
I'm gonna guess Bonsley.
Shaman. That's not right, but
Jesus Christ, Brian. Even
was that
when he
it?
guesses, he's correct.
No, was that it?
fuck.
That's it.
Because like the thing is that wasn't he used in like
I'm just gonna
God, it
say
was
yes, regardless of what you ask.
No. He was used in something. God, like as far as like in the third generation thing, like I'm thinking, I remember seeing him on maybe it was like somebody's Nuzlocke or something. I don't know what. At some point, I it rung enough of a bell that I was like, if I'm gonna guess for Generation 4, it's gonna be Bonsley.
Yeah, and of course, this website that I'm on doesn't say where it's from, but that's yeah.
Okay, so what's a Bonsley?
It's the pre-evolution of Sudowoodo.
That son of a bitch.
I know, right? It's like that thing. Which, by the way, for the record, and I'm a big enough man to admit this, I was fooled.
Oh, I was fooled by that stupid thing for so long, and I didn't realize it.
I restarted Silver twice because of it.
Are you serious? That's amazing.
Dead serious. I was like, this game's fucking pissing me off. Erase it and start over.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
I didn't get it for the longest time. Basically, he looks like a little tree. So you think like, dude, I'm going to use things that would hurt
moves because
like,
he's a grass type. In your head, you're like, he's a grass type because he's a tree. But his name is Pseudo Wudo, which in Japanese it's fake wood. It's rock. It's a rock type, so which he resists fire. So you're sitting there shooting fire at him, and he's like, "Time to die, fire type." It's like, no, no.
Wow.
Yeah, and I did not pick up on that at all.
Wow, that's pretty clever. I like that.
It is.
That's pretty cool. Okay, true or false? A question Craig likes, so he has a 50% chance of getting it right, even though he has beaten the odds, gotten one of them right.
I've only gotten one, yeah. So out of like 7, I've gotten
the Compound Eyes one, which props to you on that one, my friend.
The only reason I know that is because of our showdown battles. And you're like,
okay.
oh, I've got compound eyes and I've got this. And I'm like, fuck you.
The Garvantula with 90% thunder. Yeah, thank you. It's exactly.
All right. Okay, true or false? Azrael, am I saying that right?
Azumarill, but close enough.
All right, I got it right. What I said. Has a 33% chance of changing genders when it evolves.
I want to say true because I just want that to happen.
That's so random.
I want that to be true, so I'm willing it.
That's so specific. I feel like it can't be false, so I'm gonna go with true.
Okay. Brian?
I mean, you're saying that is Azumarill when he evolves into Azumarill? You're saying like that's when it. You know, I'm gonna join the group and say true, but I don't know if it's that. Like I know a Pokemon can do that, but I don't know if that's the one.
Wow. If I would have put the original sentence in there, everyone would have gotten it right because it was technically a 25% chance, not a 33% chance. But I'm an asshole, so fuck you all. Because I was like, I've got to fuck with Brian and fuck with his head because he's gonna know this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is a Pokemon that has a percentage chance when they evolve, but I'm like, is that it? Like,
It was the Pokemon, but it was just the percentage was wrong. All right. So I don't know when this website was or when this little quiz was made. See if I can.
Craig, is this
I can
your
find
website?
out. No.
Yes.
So
is this Craig's Pokemon fan site?
This is his love child to Generation 1 and 2.
That was beautiful, though.
let's go probably somewhere in 2014 because that's where some of these other questions came out, or some of these other questions reference this date. How many Pokemon has Ash caught?
I'm going to go with 111.
Okay. I love your answer, by the way. Completely wrong, but I love your answer.
Guys, it's not 111.
Imagine that. I'm assuming this is for the anime, of course, right?
Yes.
He's really bad at catching Pokemon. I'm gonna say like 76.
I have a question for you there, Burke.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but does this include duplicates?
I have no idea.
Because he caught like 50 Tauros
Okay, let's
in the Safari Zone.
let's
So,
probably go
like,
with not duplicates.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not counting that.
Then I would say if this was done in 2013, he hadn't gotten that far in X and Y yet. I'm going to assume 45, maybe 9 per generation at max.
Michelle was the closest, so I'm giving her a point, and it was 70.
Wow. He's really bad at catching Pokemon.
Yeah, it was so funny because this website goes. It was one of the headers was little known facts you didn't know about Pokemon, and number 4 was Ash sucks at Pokemon.
He really does,
14 years and 14 seasons, Ash has still never gotten past the semifinals in Poke League. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, the only thing he's ever won was the Frontier Brain. That was it. That was the only thing he ever won.
Yeah. So, okay. All right, here's another true and false question with a bonus question. Pokemon, the TV show, holds a Guinness World Record. Guinness Book World Record.
I'm going to go with true and for most seizures given to children.
Same. I'm actually almost positive that that's correct.
Yeah, same.
All right. Just because Craig said it first, I'm giving him bonus points and everyone else just says true.
Yay!
Bonus
Craig
points
needs
for Craig. Sympathy points for Craig. Sympathy
Wait,
points for Craig.
wait. Can we get extra bonus points if you can name the episode?
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Porygon does a bunk.
I don't know the name. I know the name Porygon's in it, but I don't know the name.
Electric Warrior Porygon.
Oh, Jesus, now I gotta find it. Here it is.
Brian just couldn't let me have this one. He had to go in there and he had to one up me.
It says the Electric Soldier Polygon.
Electric Soldier Porygon. That was it then. That was it. I said Electric Warrior, so I guess
So
I was
you were
wrong. Ah, well, Craig gets the points. Oh,
I give
well.
Craig 3 points.
Good. He just,
Yay! All right, question number 18. If a Pokemon existed that had every type, what would it still be weak to?
Dragon.
Is this from that same site?
no, I know this. This is a real question. I know this
Wow.
one.
No, I know, but I feel like the answer changes.
No, it's not from that site.
Ice.
Okay.
That's wrong.
Rock.
Brian's correct.
I hate you.
Why do you hate me? Come on, man.
How does that work? How does that work?
When you put every single typing together, the only thing left is rock that can hurt it. Certain things cancel each other out. Other things can be halved or whatever. The only thing that affects it still is rock stands above the rest in that one category. Other than that, rock type is like the worst type in the game.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I get you just explained the question, but it didn't explain why.
I'm gonna look
it up.
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely.
interested
Because if
to
we
see
go down
what
through all the science about, yeah, exactly. Because if we go through each type, it does make sense though.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Here we go. The infamous, in honor of Brian's Harry Potter quiz.
Yay!
True or false? Japanese scientists discovered a protein and named it Pikachuran. I fucked that up, that word, too. Because it worked well with electricity.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Definitely true.
Fuck, I hate all of you. It's true. How the fuck do y'all know this random shit?
I think it popped up on Twitter at one point, like, oh, scientists named this over Pokemon.
Yeah, I have this thing too that I follow, like, Did You Know Gaming, that just gives like random facts too. So I think that was.
I can only just say I have no life.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be honest about myself.
So this could be the last question. What 2 words is Pokemon derived from?
The English, I'm going to go with the English version of Pocket Monsters.
Okay.
He's correct.
Pocket Monster.
I had no idea about that one. All right.
Burke, based on that, do you know what Digimon stands for?
Digital monster?
Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Sweet.
Digimon are the champion.
Burke gets a point.
Burke gets a point. Put it in the category.
Oh.
In the columns.
He's now competing with me.
I'm competing. No. If I hadn't give you those 3 points, I might have been. Okay. So, I consulted an expert on this quiz as well. So I know I have to throw this out for Craig because I think I asked you this last night. But I said, does a Master Ball give you a 100% chance to catch Pokemon?
I'm going to go last.
I think there's an exception, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those deals where it's like a 99.9999 kind of thing, but there's got to be a small percentage
I know one
chance.
instance for sure that you can't use it, but I don't know if it is the reason. So
Yeah,
I can't find the exact number, but it's
There's
like
a 1 in 6,517 chance.
It's like 64,000, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, that it will not catch a Pokemon.
no kidding. So I didn't realize it was actually that low of an odd. Like I figured it'd even be like a bigger ratio.
Yeah.
See, and I thought it was just that in Gen 1 where you encounter Marowak before you know it's Marowak, you couldn't catch it with a Master Ball, so that would ruin the 100% capture rate.
Oh,
And I was thinking the way he asked it to me last night when I was trying to answer, I said no because I thought it was going to be something like, oh, if you throw it at another trainer's Pokemon, it'd be just smacked away.
That too.
See, and for me, I was thinking about it in terms of like the percentages in the game. Like, for example, at the very first question with the splash and flail or whatever, or the hop, whatever, it's technically that has a chance to hit, even though it does nothing or whatever, but there's still a 1 in like umpteen billion chance that could hit. And if it does, it's like the most powerful move ever. Like, it's so I knew there had to be a exception to the rule of 100%.
I thought it kind of ruined the idea of the Master Ball. That's me personally.
Really?
Now I'm going to be sweating whenever I throw a Master Ball out. Like, please, come on, don't hit that one. Don't hit that one. And of course, I'll be recording it whenever it does not actually
So, am
capture.
I the only person that goes through and just never uses it because I'm always afraid I'm going to waste it?
Yep,
Yes.
I'm there with you.
I do the same. I still have mine.
I go through and always hold on to them. Always going, okay, especially you get to the legendaries that you can save in front of. Like, there's no point in using the Master Ball there. You're like, I'm going to waste it. So basically, the only time you would do it is if it was like a roving legendary that literally had a chance where you would never be able to get it again. That'd be the only time that I'd be like, yep, using it.
Yeah,
Granted, when I was a kid, I used it on
the
Mewtwo.
first time, and I just I wasted it on something stupid. I was like, oh, I haven't gotten this yet, and I really want it, so I just threw it because it was really hard to catch, because I didn't even realize how good it was. And then from then on, I'm like, I can't use this because I'm going to encounter something better.
See, and
Do you only get one per game?
One per game. That's it.
Like per, I guess, playthrough or per game?
Per like playthrough.
Per
so
playthrough.
Yeah. So you play through the game, and usually, I mean, not everyone, but you can play through the game like basically the one time, and when you're finished with it, you just have to still the one. And if you burn it, you burn it. You don't, you don't. But the best use of a Master Ball, in for me personally, was in Soul Silver with the dogs, that move around, the legendary beasts. Honest to God, if I got roared out one more time by Entei, I was just gonna punch my fist through the wall. So I was like, Master Ball, you're mine. Like, it's sometimes you got to burn them,
Nice.
Yeah, as soon as I got into the ones where because I never thought about saving in front of the Pokemon that were just standing there, the standing legendaries. I never thought about it, so I went into it. Yeah, I know. I went into it. So on those I did. And I remember I captured Mewtwo with it on the first run through of that one, and that's why I only had Articuno and Zapdos. I never got Moltres. I never ever got Moltres on an honest run because I never saved before them. The other two I literally just got, by first time I went up, I did it just right and I actually captured them. And then from there on out, it was always like, save beforehand. Well, whatever, I'll capture them with an Ultra Ball. I'll eventually get there. And I'd sit there and spend. I remember Josh one time, we were in a class in college, and I was sitting there playing Diamond, and I tried to capture a Dialga for literally an entire it was some science class, like a geology class or something like that. The entire lecture, which was an hour and a half, and the lab afterwards, which was 3 hours, all I was doing the entire time was trying to capture this Dialga in a Pokeball.
See, now that's fun, man. Like, Craig knows when I play through the main games, or when I through the actual game itself, I literally only buy regular old Pokeballs. I don't even buy Great or Ultra at all, or the specialty ones until the very end of the game. But when I play through the main thing, I'm like, nope, everything gets a standard Pokeball. They're the cheapest. They're just fine. If you know what you're doing. Like, I captured on my X and Y playthrough, I captured Mewtwo in a standard Pokeball, and I'm like, easy, done, moving on. But then I went back in Oras, and when you get all the legendaries, and I put them in color-coded ball, because I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Like, you don't belong in a heal ball, but you're going in one, for cosmetic purposes. But
I made Brian capture the Articuno in X.
A dive ball, you
and
son
a dive
of a
ball.
That was, and it roams. It's a roaming one.
So I think we all know who is the clear and definite winner.
Craig
wins.
Craig wins. So, because Brian wins by almost double everyone's points, he has an opportunity to become the renowned, the ultimate, the unbelievable Pokemon master. If he answers my next question, he'll get 1,000,000 points.
Oh my God.
This one's came from Tyler too.
Okay, I'll be sure to fit. He's been asking me for Pokemon lately, so he might be getting some really bad natures if this is a bad one.
So Tyler said to give you 30 seconds to do this question. I'll give you 60 seconds.
Okay.
You have to basically. So you have maybe a little bit more than 60. But anyways, you have to name all the starters from every region. Go.
That's not even hard.
Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. I can't remember the first form of that stupid thing. Going backwards, Bayleaf, Meganium, and then Chikorita. That's the first one. The Feraligatr, something Typhlosion. Oh my god, I'm like it's. I hate having time pressure. Like this is awful. Like literally, I hate this. Oh god. Let's do this. We'll skip ahead. Generation 3 is easier. Mudkip, Swampert, and what's the middle one? Marshtomp, Trico. Oh my god, I don't remember his name. Oh my god, what is his name? I forget his name. I call him Slippy. I never remember his real name. Torchic, Combustion, Blaziken, and then the other one is Trico. What the fuck is this middle one? I don't remember. I'll come back to that one, I guess. Say fourth generation is Pinplup, and then I don't know, and something then Empoleon. Then it's what the hell is the turtle's name? Turtwig, something, and then Torterra. I never remember the middle evolutions apparently. Infernape, I'd say Monferno, and what's the first form of him? Whatever. I'm not gonna get them all. I can't. There's no way. Like I just can't because I can go through Generation 6 and all that stuff, but man, oh man,
just the first forms.
Just the first forms.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were just going through all of the evolutions of the.
No, I don't know the evolutions. I just had the first forms.
Oh well, shit.
It's okay. You failed. You missed Pikachu. You missed Pikachu.
Excuse me. Pikachu came into the special yellow version, which I don't count.
Still there.
It's still a starter.
You cannot count Pikachu as a starter, people.
Yes,
really?
you can.
That's a starter.
That's a starter.
That's a starter.
No way.
In a main series game, that's a starter.
That's a starter.
That's their third game.
That is literally what Tyler said. See, he goes, he lists every single one of them, which you got most of them, and he goes, see if he forgets Pikachu.
Yeah, of course he would. Tyler's getting crap from me.
Brian
Also,
loses
Skippy's
points.
name is Mudkip.
No. I'm talking about Slippy is Trico's. I'm trying to get the final of war.
I didn't hear you say Mudkip, and I thought you were saying that you called the water Pokemon Skippy.
No.
I heard him say Mudkip.
It was Trico, then Grovyle, and then I don't remember what the other one is.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I'll take it. Whatever. It was good. It was close enough. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Good. Glad you enjoyed
and
it.
All I'm gonna do here is look back on these days later because I'm gonna give Tyler a call a little bit later, Brian, and you know what he's gonna say, right?
What's that?
You just got dunked on.